Welcome to Keep It Off. We got a good one for you today. Today, we're going to be doing Pea-NOT butter. Not peanut butter, but Pea-NOT butter. Greg Doucette recently made a revision to his cookbook where he added this recipe called Pea-NOT butter. And it's made with various ingredients, which we're going to go over. He claims that it tastes just as good as regular peanut butter, but way more protein. So, let's see. Is it really just as good? Or is real peanut butter the way to go? My name is Tommy, and if you like videos just like this, where we do recipe reviews, we just cover the whole gamut of dieting lifestyle, then please consider subscribing to Keep It Off, because we got a whole lot more in store for you. Let's go!
Be strong.
For Pea-NOT butter, there's a few things that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a whey protein. I'm using vanilla peanut butter. This is HTLT protein. When he made this recipe, he made it with this specific protein in mind. That being said, if you don't have this protein, you can use a whey protein of choice. You're gonna need sugar-free syrup, salt, guar gum, PB2 or PB Fit. I'm using a sugar-free version, cashew milk, and then you're gonna need white kidney beans. I have mine already pre-measured out here. And then you're gonna need an IMO of choice. When he made the recipe, he made it using Fibro. I do have a link to Fibro in the description down below, but I have a ton of VitaFiber left over, so I'm still working through that. But in the future, I'll be using Fibro. First off, I'm using my Ninja blender, but I'm using the food processor attachment. I just like it a little shorter and wider. It makes it a little easier for me. First ingredient is kidney beans. I've got them pre-measured out here. Next up is your whey protein powder. This one, like I said, is a vanilla peanut butter. It should pair very nicely considering we're going for a peanut butter flavor. Greg makes it very easy to follow along with the cookbook. It's really no guessing. You have your scale, you have your cookbook, you got a banger. Next up is PB Fit. Perfect, on the money. Next up is your IMO. I'm using VitaFiber, but like I said, this recipe was made using Fibro, which is just another IMO, which is a sweetener. All right, next up, unsweetened cashew milk. Next up, we're using a little bit of guar gum in there. I'm assuming to give it some volume. And then peanuts are salty, so we're gonna use a little bit of salt here. Not very much, but it does say in the cookbook, do it to taste. Last ingredient is good old Mrs. Butterworth. Sugar-free, of course. And that is it. I guess now the magic is gonna happen. Let's put it on the blender and let's see what happens. All right, let's give the sides a good scrape. Make sure everything's gonna get nicely mixed. Oh, but that's looking nice. Oh, that's peanut buttery. Make sure everything is gonna be nicely mixed. Let's make sure the sides, there's nothing stuck on the sides here. But look at that. Oh man. Wow. All right, let's give it another mix. I want to lick this very badly. But for the video, we're gonna wait. All right, I think we're done. Now, this looks and smells amazing. I'm gonna be putting it in this jar. Now, one of the biggest concerns I had when this recipe got released, I said, well, it makes 10 servings. Can you store this? Because you can't, at least to my knowledge, you can't make a bunch of PB Fit and throw it in the fridge. I don't think it would hold well. So my concern here is, am I gonna have to eat a ton of peanut butter? Or can it sit in the fridge? Well, a few days ago, I made a batch. I put it in the fridge and I wanted to show you guys. So let's get this into the jar, and then I'm gonna go into the fridge and grab the other jar that I made a couple days ago and show you, did it hold up or not? If you've made it this far in the video, comment down below, what's your favorite nut? And if you don't have a favorite nut, just say, I'm a nut. Comment, I'm a nut down below. So I know you're with me this far. Oh, wow, look at that. Ooh. Damn, should I be peeling this right into the jar? Probably. Ooh. Look, we're about to lose some peanut butter, guys. If you're a peanut butter person, but you think this is too much and you're afraid to make this much at one time and commit to this much peanut butter, half the recipe. Just do half. I am a peanut butter person and I'm not afraid to have this much peanut butter, especially not with the calories that this is. If this was regular peanut butter, I don't even have regular peanut butter in my house, first of all. So it is very airy right now. One thing I will tell you, you'll see in a minute when I bring out the one that's in my fridge, it will settle. Gravity will compact it over some time. I think I made mine like 4 or 5 days ago. But guys, look at the size of this. This thing is full. Leave no nut behind. I think we did a pretty good job of cleaning that out. All right, before I close this lid, I'm gonna let that settle a minute. Let's bring out, before we even try that, I wanna address the elephant in the room. This is a lot of peanut butter. You're not gonna eat all this in one day, probably. So, if you store it, will it hold well? This is the peanut butter that I made 4 or 5 days ago. I can't remember exactly. The big thing I'm noticing is that it's darker now. Maybe with time and settling, it gets darker. Now, what I will tell you, the second day, so the day after making this, it almost had a frozen whipped cream texture. And I thought to myself, uh-oh, that's not very creamy. Do we have a problem here? I grabbed a butter knife and I stirred it around, and sure enough, it became creamy again. Let me show you. Now, right now, it looks decently creamy, but it is a little bit stiff. So if you grab your knife and you mix it, and it is creamy peanut butter. Oh my gosh. So this product sitting in the fridge will end up looking like this, which if someone came over to your house and you put this, you spread this on some toast and made them a PB&J, they would not know the difference. They would not know the difference. So, let's taste the new one, and I want to see how that compares to the one that's been sitting in my fridge for 4 or 5 days. That's damn good. That's damn good. It's creamy, it's sweet, and it's spreadable too. I hate it. Sometimes peanut butter is just not very spreadable. Real peanut butter sometimes can be very stiff. And I really like the way this looks after sitting in the fridge for a couple of days. Actually, way more than the way that that looks right now. So I'm excited to put this one in the fridge and let it settle. Let's get ourselves a rice cake. That is nice. That's got a way better consistency than just PB Fit by itself. Let's give this a nice test. No wonder Allie could not tell the difference, because it tastes like peanut butter. Wow. Oh guys, seriously? Look, this is not a sponsored video. However, I do have affiliate links down in my description. I have a link to Greg Doucette's website where you can find a whole gamut of cookbooks that he has out, training books. He's got a lot of stuff. Aside from that, I also have a link to HTLT supplements. I've been using the sleep aid for quite a while, have a video on that, and I've been using the whey protein, also have a video on that. I love peanut butter, so when he came out with that vanilla peanut butter, I was all over it. I had it ordered before I was even approved to be an affiliate. If you are interested in making any of this and you want to use these ingredients, by clicking on that link, it does support the channel, so it is greatly appreciated. But even if you don't want to click the link, that's okay. Just watching the video and showing us love that way is fabulous. So thank you for that. I highly recommend you try this if you even kind of like peanut butter, because this is money. Let's go over the macros and I'll show you why. Okay, so for one serving, keep in mind, this is 10 servings. When it settles, it's probably gonna be a little bit lower than that. I'll probably be up to here. For one serving, you're only talking 85 calories, 11.5 grams of protein, and 4.3 net carbs, and only 1.3 grams of fat. In the book, this I entered in manually. He has it at 90 calories. I think that's because I used a sugar-free PB Fit, and he has it at 2 grams of fat. I came up with 1.3 grams of fat, and he's got it at 12 carbs, which net carbs is 4.3 net carbs. I always deal with net carbs. Now, fiber, for every serving, you're getting 6.2 grams of fiber. So, I mean, listen, for 85, even 90 calories per serving, it's a win-win, for sure. This stuff tastes and feels like real peanut butter. I'm not talking no PB Fit, I'm talking peanut butter. This is where it's at, guys. You gotta try this, for sure. So, this will end up looking like this after it sits in the fridge. And that's it. I wanted to bring you this quick little recipe review. This, for me, Greg, 10 on 10. 10 on 10. I'll take this any day over PB Fit, or for that matter, real peanut butter, because way more protein and the taste is on point. So you guys got to give this a try. Go check out Greg's website. He's got the cookbook on there. Go check out HTLT supplements. Pick up your whey protein, your fibro, and he's got a whole gamut of other supplements on there. And remember, get it off and keep it off. Peace.
Be strong. Be strong.